Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, it's on Steam. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, actually there wasn't much besides this stuff here. Like the Triumvirate was doing their thing. And we invited Ulrich, who gave me a quick kiss on the cheek, and she kissed me on the forehead, and I banged Sophie. I think. I thought we were just trying to be friends. And then he pinned me a wall and kissed me, and then moved to the table and then the bed. Pretty implied. I thought I was going to get some of that from Ulrich. Sad. So anyways, time to spend some time with Hal. As I'm browsing random books, I hear a knock at my door. It's Hal. I let him in and ask him how things are going. I don't know why I asked. It's clear what his answer was.
They all worry. They fear that death will come for them. An understandable fear, however. This is the end of our journey. We will face more danger than ever before as we move forward. Algus, however, isn't making things any easier. He plants seeds of doubt in many of our soldiers, Monarch. Words are a writer's greatest weapon. A gag would be effective.
It's unclear if it's a joke, but it gets a smile from me regardless.
He says that we are the true enemy, the monarchy. He says that if you knew the truth of our people, you would run. You would no longer fight for us, as we endangered innocent worlds. It is not true, however. His mind has been twisted beyond repair, but many soldiers are starting to doubt. What if he is telling the truth? Could they save their lives by switching sides in the final moments?
That is unacceptable. You couldn't afford any turncoats.
The monarchy made mistakes, as any group of people do. Like Dominic said, mistakes are how we learn and grow. Bad choices, while bad, are our right as people to make. They cast us aside in a prison, taking away our ability to choose, and in doing so, they took away our ability to live in freedom. No matter our crimes, this punishment is far too severe.
I agree, and I could never be turned against the monarchy. You mean me? The Triumvirate imprisoned them because they endangered worlds? A hypocritical thing to say, as they hurt Alestia at the very same time.
But, we must say, it was a battle that we lost fair and square. We were so focused on our own future that we lost sight of everyone else's. It doesn't surprise us that our perfect future came at the expense of others. If it leads to happiness in the end, how can you decide what cost is too high? This is the line that all tyrants seem to walk in the early days of their rule. Many have fallen to the wrong side, Monarch. We trust that you will not.
I nod. I don't see myself stooping to the level of the enemy anytime soon.
We know that Dominic wishes to gift all this knowledge to the people. These books capture almost the entire history of the monarchy. This may not be a good idea. They may read of our mistakes. And those mistakes may just inspire future insurrections. We think it may be best to destroy the monarchy entirely, burn these books, and remove the spirits from this body.
What? That was certainly extreme.
These books shouldn't exist at all, Monarch. We don't know why the Triumvirate keeps them lying around. If our oppression was their goal, then they should have destroyed them. Right now, they exist as a testament to our imprisonment. As long as they remain intact, they will be only a harmful memory. They should be destroyed. Allow my people and our history to rest.
It's all coming out of nowhere, but it makes sense. He is the monarchy embodied. This must be a horrific sight for him. His entire culture, stolen, imprisoned just like him and his people.
This is why we ask that you look toward the future, Monarch. Do not concern yourself with who we were, or what we were like. Order this library to be destroyed. Live life on your own terms.
I wouldn't want to get rid of the library. I learned so much. I don't know what to say, so I just stare at him in silence.
This started back during our journey into Eastcrown. This body could not survive the cold. The spirits inside helped, but in doing so, they died. We are weaker than we were back then. Weaker, but more in tune with everything around us. Almost like a weight was lifted from our shoulders. We would like you to lift this weight even further. Please, use that blade. Absorb the souls inside of us. Leave one behind. And let us feel what it is like to be alive. After the weight is gone from our shoulders, lift it from the world.
He looks around the room to various books scattered about.
You must absorb these souls and destroy the books. Only then will the monarchy be truly removed from history, as our mind will be better for it. So too will the world itself.
I don't know how to respond to what he's asking me. He wants me to commit mass genocide against the monarchy? It's all happening so fast. I'm sure how to respond.
You would not be killing us. We have long since been dead. It would be an act of mercy upon a group of oppressed people. We can no longer live. The Triumvirate stole that right from us. But if you can take our spirits and use it to power the blade, maybe it will give you the edge you need to win this yourselves. We may have lost, but that doesn't mean you need to as well. These spirits may linger, and the books may remain, but the truth of it is, we're dead. We need to be buried. Our very existence is born from a denial of that death. If you leave one soul, we will use this body to fight for you. We may fall in combat, but nothing of value would be lost. We cannot help our own people, so we must help yours.
I knew that eventually he'd have to tackle the nature of his existence, but I didn't expect to be confronted with it on the eve of battle. He wants to accept defeat, have the souls removed and the books destroyed. If I did that, there'd be no physical remains of the monarchy. I had the spirits inside me, but I was still my own person, able to live free. Talking about the extinction of an entire group of people, I don't know.
We understand if this is too much to ask, Monarch, but we think this is the right course of action for everybody. Don't be scared to hurt us. You cannot harm what is already dead. The spirits would be more useful in the blade than this body. But like we said, one can remain to aid you in fighting. What do you say, Monarch? What will you do?
I want to do that. But also we're just going to put a quick save somewhere. Oh, right, the pendant. God, that thing wrecked me emotionally. Hopefully, couldn't do that. I couldn't be responsible for their extinction. Even if they were already dead, I couldn't be the one to end it. I let him know that fact, and I can tell he's immediately upset.
Very well, Monarch. It is a mistake, but it is your mistake to make. After all, you still live, free to make your own choices.
There was a stern look on his face. With a stern look on his face, he storms out of the room. I can tell that I let him down, but I think I made the right choice. As I turn back to face the room, I keep telling myself that fact. Ugh. Could I mull over that a bit? We'll just load it and then repick again at the end of all of that. How did we end? Here? Yeah. Yep. I invite Damek over to my private room, and he looks around astonished. Even though he's seen it before, he acts like it's the first time. I don't blame him. There surely is a sight to behold.
What a sight, Monarch. I assume this is where Algius would normally sleep. But he's not going anywhere in his current state. I talked to him for a while and he seems unstable. Years of serving the Triumvirate will do that to you, I guess. Even after I told him what Hal was, he still lives in ignorance. Well, maybe ignorance isn't the right word. He knows what the Triumvirate is and still chooses to serve them. You know, I wonder how the people will react when they find out. Algus knows and chose not to rebel or fight back. Maybe our victory here will be just the start of another battle. Not literally, of course, but we'll fight to show everyone the truth.
He shifts, almost like he's feeling a bit uncomfortable.
I have to ask you something, though. If the people don't respect your rule, what will you do? Will you work hard to earn it? Or will you demand it through fear?
Fear, fire and blood. They dare not oppose me.
Good. That's what I like to hear. We can't resort to methods used by our enemy. If we did that, then nothing would change in the end. Just don't go down in history as a pushover. Even the best ruler needs to put their foot down, you know. Trying to give everybody what they want would just drive you mad.
He shrugs, realizing it's probably a good idea to change the subject. We need to secure victory before deciding what we do with it. It's clear that he wants to avoid talking about the upcoming battle.
It just makes me wonder who the Triumvirate really is. They aren't gods. I doubt they made the Blade of Exodus. There's a chance that they're just like us, using power to achieve their goals. And they say that power corrupts. You've heard that, right? What if they were just like us in the past? What'll happen next? Will we just go on to become tyrants that the people despise?
I shake my head. We wouldn't stoop so low.
Nobody starts their journey at the peak power, Monarch. The Triumvirate wasn't born into this role. They fought for it. It's even likely they took down foes of their own too. But what foe would that be? And what was their goal? What I'm trying to say is, I think the blade should be destroyed. Once we achieve our goal, we have no use for it anymore, right? If you keep it, you risk relying on its power. And I don't want to see what that does to you, Monarch. Not if it's even anything close to what it's done to our enemies. I don't see any reason to keep it around after the war is over. So tell me, if you get the chance to destroy it, will you?
I guess so. Why can't there be just do smooches?
Good. There's no place for a weapon like that in this world. I feel like whoever wields it will be led down a dark path. I just hate to see that happen to you. I really would.
Though on the other hand, what happens if Sophie wanted to stop being immortal? You know? Looks away from me, sad.
I just want to know what kind of hands the world will be left in. I'm just asking you these questions because I'm scared, you know? I might not survive the battle. I might not live to see your reign.
That much was true. Even my survival wasn't guaranteed.
I'd hate for us to die, especially after how far we've come. But we're about to fight the Triumvirate. It's a real possibility. All we can really do is ensure that we fight with no regrets. Now, I have my fair share of regrets, that much is certain. But with your help, I'd like to put some of them to rest. I've been wanting to for a while, but I'm just scared.
Scared? I think I know what he's getting at.
You know, shaking a hand is such a simple thing. Yet I cower in fear whenever somebody offers it to me. Even the thought of it is enough to fill me with anxiety. But you know what? So does fighting the Triumvirate. Despite that fact, I'm standing strong and ready to fight. So, what do you say? To the fall of the Triumvirate?
He holds out a hand, and I can see it shaking. Ask him if he is sure. It is a big deal after all.
Of course I'm sure. It's time to get over this silly fear. You know, we'll be dealing with a lot of people after this is over. Not being able to shake the hands of our subjects, that's not good. After all we've been through, I just think you deserve the honours. And I can think of no better toast than a toast to the fall of our enemies. So, like I said, let's do this and move forward as a stronger people.
Yeah, as a stronger people. Shake his hand with a firm grip. If he was scared, he doesn't show it.
This is all thanks to you, Monarch. It really is. You told me to leave behind those memories of my past. At first I thought it would dishonor the memory of my mother. But I'm not forgetting about her. I could never do that. I'm just forgetting about the pain I felt on that fateful day. And with that gone, I can handle anything that comes my way.
He leaves the room with the biggest smile on his face. I know that this was a big step for him, and he's incredibly proud. If he used that pride on the battlefield, our enemies stood no chance. Just like he said, the triumvirate would fall, and we'd be victorious. Then some time with Pro. We're gonna ask him about that stabby thing. Invite Pro over to my room to spend some final time together. He has a dangerous task of infiltrating the castle. Sorry, Yod. There's no telling what would happen, and I can tell that he's scared.
So, I guess this is it, huh? You know, I always thought that I'd be ready, but now that we're here, I feel such apprehension. I know the layout of their castle based on past reconnaissance, but when we stole the Blade of Exodus, they weren't expecting us. They know we're here now. For us, this will be a purely uphill battle.
He's right. We could no longer use the element of surprise. We had our strength and our smarts, but would it be enough?
Look at me, freaking out. I don't mean to bring down your morale. Let's change the subject, alright? Is there any wine in this place?
He looks around the room and is quickly let down.
Of course there isn't. You know, I thought it'd be a given. August is all alone, with nothing but his books and imagination. If there's any type of person who'd live off of wine, it'd be him. It's a lonely life being a writer. It really is. You pour so much emotion into it that you almost run out. Everyone thinks you're giving them the cold shoulder, but you're not. Writing is art. Nobody questions the secluded painter, you know? But the second you close yourself off to write, you're troubled. So many people see it as a joke of a career choice. I almost let that get me down when I was younger. They told me that a writer could never make a decent living. I could have easily given up. But instead, I created a legacy.
He lets out a loud sigh.
And that's what scares me. Even when I give up the swindling life, that won't be enough. Everyone will remember me for who I was, not who I am. And let's be honest, I'm not one of the good guys. I stole secrets, sold them, and ruined people's lives. Look what I did to the rebellion. That's unforgivable.
That was pretty stupid. He looks away from me and shakes his head.
I think I might die during the attack, Monarch. There's no place for me in your new peaceful world. Even if I change, the harm I did will always haunt me.
He turns away, and I see him tremble with a little in fright.
I want to help you make this world a better place, Monarch. But you don't understand how many people I've wronged in the past. If they seek revenge, they might just target you and all of my friends.
I mean, I'm the monarch.
And I don't want anybody to get hurt because I was a bad person. I could turn a new leaf, sure, but that doesn't mean my enemies will. If I stay by your side, you and all of our friends will always be targets.
I put my hand on his shoulder and help him turn around. So, what if his enemies try to give us hell? Who could handle it? If the rulers of the world couldn't take us down, how could anyone else?
You're right.
We're one big family. in this together until the
I
end.
just fear that the end is closer than we think. I don't know what I'd do if I lost any of you during the final battle. I lost my family once. How can I expect to handle that again?
I tell him not to worry, that everything would be fine. With a solid battle plan, I have the Blade of Exodus. There wasn't anything we could do to stand a better chance of winning.
I guess that's true. Sorry. I was just freaking out. That seems to be a running theme out there in the atrium. It's impossible to look death in the face and have no regrets. But if you want me to help you rule after this war, I will. Anything you need, I'll always be there to serve you, Monarch. Hopefully, I can earn a pardon for all the laws I've broken in the past.
That would be pretty easy. He's already done a lot to help us. He was responsible for our Alaranthian alliance hands down. He's done his best to atone. In my position, he succeeded. So I pardon him right here and now. On the dawn of the final battle, he's become a new man. No longer a swindler, but trusted servant of the new monarchy.
Monarch?
He looks shocked, almost in disbelief. Rather than question it, he nods, smiling.
Thank you.
I send him off, but not before telling him one important fact. Any enemy of him is an enemy of the monarchy and will be dealt with. He thanks me yet again and leaves with a resolve stronger than ever before. Fontaine. Knock sounds at my door, and I open it without hesitation. Fontaine is here. He looks a bit upset, so I invite him aside. Looking around the room, he lets out a loud, anxious sigh.
I'm gonna be honest, Monarch. I'm scared. Terrified. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, climbing the Triumvirate's castle? That's insane. Not to mention that the entire battle hinges on my success. I have those metallic claws, but I don't know how much that'll help. Their castle is probably made of stone, like this library is.
He starts pacing around the room, with extreme worry.
What if I fall? What if I get shot by an arrow? If anything gets in the way, I might not be able to do this. I require extreme focus, you know. This is too much.
I can imagine that climbing during the battle is hard, a battle. Normally, the only danger he'd have would have to fall. The only danger he'd have to worry about is falling off. But during this, he'd be a huge target for any archers nearby.
Sorry to come here and panic like this. It could end up being our last night together after all. There are probably way better ways to spend it than this.
He stops pacing around and stops right in front of me. Taking slow breaths, I can tell he's trying to calm down. I let him have his time, and he's back to normal pretty fast.
You know, I've been thinking about what I should do after the war. And I think I want to move to Museo. I want to help the nation reform. It's been hurt so much, even by our parents. It deserves happiness. Valessa has her calling as the next elder of Valenorth. I'd be your scribe, if visions weren't becoming a thing of the past. At the end of the day, it seems like the smartest choice for me to make. That is, if I don't die during the battle tomorrow. I know what you're gonna say. Don't worry, you'll be fine. I wish that were true. But it's not. We need to be realistic here. There's a chance that we could lose this war tomorrow. There's a chance that all of us could die. A really big chance. We're not immortal. We need to face the facts, not live in denial. They're all out here in the atrium with so much confidence. But I know that deep down inside, they're scared too. We all have something we're afraid of, you know?
He steps forward and gives me a quick hug. Returning it, I squeeze him before the hug is broken.
You know, it's not death that scares me, Monarch. It's the thought of never seeing my friends again that hurts me. I don't want to lose anybody. I've never been this scared in my life.
I tell him that I'm not planning on going anywhere. After the war, we'll all be together, living peacefully.
You can't be certain of that, though. just like I can't be certain that I'll survive. All we can do is try, and hope for the best. So promise me one thing. No heroics, okay? No grand acts of sacrifice. No trading your life. This world needs you after the war. We all need you.
I agree, and tell him that I'll try my best to comply. We're almost at the end. It feels so surreal to me.
I guess we'll find all of this out in a few hours anyway, right? It's almost sunrise, and the battle shouldn't be too long. Let's change the subject. I've worried enough.
He strikes a thinking pose and remains silent for a few moments.
Oh, here we go! If we win, we'll have a huge party. A party that the world will talk about forever. We can give everybody Mazayan apples.
Yeah, they never got into why they had the trade ban there. I smile, being happy that he's happy. I tell him that we will have the biggest party the world has ever seen. And if we try our best and work together, we will win this battle with ease.
Sweet! Then I can't wait. I'll let you get back to what you were doing, Monarch. This isn't goodbye after all. We'll be seeing each other again for sure.
He leaves my room with a smile, a direct counterpart to how he entered. That brings me a sense of ease. We need to have a clear head right now. It's almost time for the attack. I should make a wise use of the time I have left. I'm thinking we'll keep him alive. Or at least, not remove the thing.
The spirits would be more useful in...
I'm sorry.
Very well, Monarch.
And even though it's a bit early, I think we're gonna call it since, we have, 3 minutes left? So that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So please comment, cause I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like Seacrow, then please like, subscribe, and share the videos epic grow. And please remember to spam your animals to help control the pit population. And until next time, I'll say me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. See ya.